What 80's movies hold up and are still worth watching 30 to 40 years later? Amadeus, Predator, The Terminator, Back to the Future, The Thing, Planes, Trains, and Automobiles, The Burbs. Clue is spectacular, very funny, very fast-paced, and I love the multiple endings. Edit to say this has exploded, and if you like Clue, do yourself a favor and try the similar Murder by Death. Stand By Me. Greater than 80's movies, greater than 30 to 40 years later. How to Feel Old just reading the title. Princess Bride, Beverly Hills Cop, Say Anything, Beetlejuice, Karate Kid. I'm not going to say it quote-unquote holds up, but I think Real Genius is still funny and is mostly forgotten now. Die Hard. First Blood. If you divorce this film from the needless and stupid sequels and watch it as a standalone film beholden to nothing that comes afterward, it's one of the greatest character studies ever put to film and a classic exploration of PTSD, patriotism, and the way Vietnam veterans were treated in the years following the war. Great cast, great script, great setting, great direction. What a perfect example of a film that is often overlooked because of its association with several terrible sequels that do nothing but cheat all over the source material, thus nearly rendering that very source almost irrelevant. 1980. One of the funniest movies ever made. Back to the Future. Big Trouble in Little China. The Thing is not only the greatest horror movie ever made, I'm hard-pressed to name a movie it'd rank higher. Coming to America and Lean on Me. Original Indiana Jones trilogy are god tier. 80's is a great movie. I went back and watched it after I saw the musical and it's still really good fun. Would recommend. The Goonies. The Terminator. Short Circuit 1 and 2. Spaceballs. Die Hard. Dead Poets Society. Full Metal Jacket. The Money Pit. Scarface. Roadhouse. Twins. Who Framed Roger Rabbit. Labyrinth. Never Ending Story and Willow. Puppets Greater Than G. Highlander. There Shall Have Been Only One. Blade Runner. For the story and the perfect special effects. Odd Star Wars Trilogy. Beetlejuice. The Lost Boys. Adventures in Babysitting. Can't Buy Me Love. The Shining. Scared the fuck out of me because I saw it when I was 8, but it's still such a great horror movie. Blade Runner. Alien. Ferris Bueller's Day Off. Breakfast Club really dated for me and was unwatchable, but Ferris is still classic. Predator. Why is Escape from New York not here yet? In fact, John Carpenter in general, They Live, and The Thing are also great options. Planes, Trains, and Automobiles. Well, obviously, you're fucked. Raising Arizona. Das Boot. Tootsie. Batman. No Way Out. Dead Poets Society. When Harry Met Sally. Big. A Christmas Story. Back to the Future. Raging Bull. The Bill and Ted movies. Batman with Jack Nicholson playing the best Joker. Alien series. The original Star Wars trilogy. I wish I could think of more. When I was a kid in the early zeros, I always would watch one 80's or 90's movie a day. Also, I would say Back to the Future, but those movies just piss me off post 2015. Princess Bride 100%. Edit. Thanks for the award, mate. Trading Places. Christmas Vacation. Definitely Princess Bride. The Running Man is one of my favorites. It clearly has the 80's look though, so I'm not sure how well it holds up, but it's fun to watch. When Harry Met Sally. It still is one of my favorites. Mel Brooks' entire career. Blazing Saddles, Young Frankenstein, History of the World, The Producers, Spaceballs, Men in Tights, 90's. War Games. Caddyshack. Labyrinth. Footloose, Dirty Dancing, Annie, Roadhouse, The Outsiders, Back to the Future, Breakfast Club, Neverending Story, Stand By Me, Willow, Ferris Bueller. I could be typing all day. The 80s was an amazing decade. Some of the best movies, music, shows ever made. P.S. How the hell could I leave off Die Hard? Stand By Me. The Great Outdoors. Aliens, probably the best sci-fi action movie of all time. Ghostbusters. The Thing, SKO from New York, The Princess Bride, The Adventures of Baron von Munchausen, The Shining, Back to the Future, Akira, Blade Runner, Little Shop of Horrors, Brazil, The Fly, Raiders of the Lost Ark, Amadeus, Henry Portrait of a Serial Killer, Evil Dead 2, The Toxic Avenger, Scanners, Videodrome, Tootsie, Time Bandits, Ray Animator, Ran, Who Killed Roger Rabbit, The Road Warrior, Return of the Dead, Waxwork, Terror Vision, From Beyond. That's all I can think of right now. The last few are really if you're a fan of campy horror stuff, but the others are all super solid. I haven't read the commentary, so there's bound to be a lot of repeats here. Edit. Forgot about The Blob, Texas Chainsaw 2, and Day of the Dead. Tremors. Coming to America will always be a classic in my eyes. Altered States. Scientist studies LSD and isolation tanks. Bad combination. Big Trouble in Little China. There's some big trouble in Chinatown. Buckaroo Banzai. Just watch it, then watch it again 3 more times and you'll get half the jokes. Repo Man. I hate normal people. Normal people spend their whole lives trying to avoid tense situations. Repo Man spends his whole life putting himself into tense situations. The Goonies. Batman Ghostbusters. Oh boy, don't forget about RoboCop. Das Boot. Return of the Jedi. Raider of the Lost Ark. Beverly Hills Cop. A Fish Called Wanda. Just watched this morning and it's still incredibly funny. Top Gun is still amazing in my opinion. Subscribe, like and comment if you hate outros, begging you to subscribe, like and comment.